Video games. There's a large amount of people that love video games. I can remember back in the day where games was just, blocky, like Atari, where everything was blocks. But people still like it. Super Nintendo came out. Everybody liked Mario. Sonic was on Sega Genesis, and that was back in the days where games were, good games. Not to say they're not good today, but games were great. Even with flaws, even with glitches, these games was great. But nowadays, you can do a lot of different things with new technology now as what you couldn't do back then. Like back then, when a video game was made, it was as is. You bought that game and you played it as is with flaws and all. There was no updates to change a video game back in the day. That was just pretty much you played. If there was a glitch, people would probably put in, I don't know what kind of media they used back in the day. I can't remember, but there'll be glitches, and somehow people will find these glitches. But there was no way to fix these glitches, because once the game is made, that was it. That's the game is what it was, and that's it. But now in today's world, like I said, with technology, you can change things on the fly. If there's a glitch, you can fix it. If there's a bug, where's your arm or something glitching through a player or a character, however you want to say it, they can change it. And I'm thinking to myself, is that a good thing that people can change things on the fly based off of a certain crowd that wants it a certain way? I don't know. I don't know if that would be a good thing. Because if you're looking at 2K, right? 2K is constantly. It seems like they constantly every year doing updates based off of what people think of the game. And by doing that, you got one set of people, that you satisfy, but then the other set over here is like, well, we don't want that, we don't like that, so now you got to satisfy that other group, and then they say, well, they don't like it either, then you got to go back to sacrificing, and going with the other group. So it's like almost like a back and forth thing, with updates. So you constantly changing stuff, plus trying to fix bugs in the game all at the same time. And I'm like, is that a good thing for 2K to do, or any game to do? Period. I don't think that games should be changed based off of what the community or the consumers think of the game. Like back in the days, if you had an opinion on the game, you just had an opinion. The game doesn't change. It stays the way it is. You just have to learn and adapt to the game. But it just seems like people don't want to really adapt to the game. They more than likely just want the game to be easy and work to their advantage, so they can be good at the game. That's just how I feel. I don't have any names in particular. I'm not going to name any names out there. I'm just going to say that I feel like, there should be changes in games, but I think that should be based off of the people that are a part of the game development, that actually plays the game, that knows, okay, well, I think we should remove this or add this. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of 2K, or a part of Madden, or a part of, I don't know, Call of Duty, whatever game it is. It doesn't even matter what game it is. I don't think just a YouTuber, no matter how much clout they have, and I won't say that. I'm going to say that, I don't feel like if they have some sort of influence on the game, yeah, you should take their thoughts in consideration, but I don't think you should just change things based off of what they say. You know what I mean? I think you should take it in consideration because they have a large following and people are following them. And if if they agree, I mean, let me say this: if you follow them, you have a large amount of people that will agree with the person that's saying this should be changed because that YouTuber is the influencer. But I still don't think the game should be changed just because of of YouTubers saying that it should be changed this way or that way or this way or that way. You know what I mean? I think the way it should work is a poll. As you know, just like when you do a president's election, you voting for one or the other. You know what I mean? And the majority wins. But in this case, I feel like if you're gonna do a poll, it got to be a large amount of people. It can't just be 55 to 45. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. That's almost even. So it's kind of like we might as well keep it the same. If it's a large amount, like around 85% of the people want this, then that's who you cater to that. But at the same time, I kind of feel like it should go back in a day where things doesn't change. The game is made the way it is. The only thing you should be doing with this new technology is fixing bugs and bugs only, not gameplay changes, which may not be an issue for one person as it is for another. You know what I mean? So I just feel like the game should remain the way it is and just adapt to the game. But that's just my opinion. But if you must make changes, use a poll, get the largest amount of percentage that wants this type of change and go with that, rather than just changing it for one particular group, because there's multiple groups of players, I will say. You got your casuals, you got your tryhards, you got your comp players, you got your pros that's just so good that they unstoppable. So it's all types of people out there in the world. You got your trash players. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many people out there, and if you was to try to cater to all you will never be able to satisfy every single body. So that's what I say. Just make the game as is and move on to the next game. Only use technology to fix bugs and glitches. That's it. And and I think everybody will be happy with that, I think. If not, hey, it is what it is. But I just feel like everybody would be more happier with a game that is what it is, and you have to adapt to it. It's just going to be some people that just can't adapt, and they probably may stop playing the game. And then that's when you make a different game that caters to those type of people. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, you have the technology to build a game within a game. For, like, if you wanted to cater to casuals, maybe you should split the parks up for casuals and competitors. Competitive players. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's just got to be ways to. I mean, you will never, like I said, be able to satisfy everybody, but you will be able to satisfy the majority. And that's what you want to do. So at least satisfy the majority. And your game will, be great. But I got to say, like I said before, 2K has been pretty good. I'm currently at a 72 grinding, and I'm pretty much about to stop grinding because I don't want to grind anymore. I do have some VC from, buying the Kobe edition. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that going and get on the park, because I need to get in the feel of the park and get that feel back, to playing on the park. But anyways, that's all I got, man. I was just saying, games has changed a lot, and I feel like the game shouldn't be manipulated so many times to the point where the game becomes trash. You know what I mean? And then nobody wants to really play it because you changing it for a particular group and forget about everybody else. But that's just me, my thoughts. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.